And during this process of unfolding, promises are made which speak of a man who is anticipated to come. Sometimes these promises or prophecies are veiled. Sometimes they are specific, even if the object of them is yet unknown. Jacob speaks of the scepter and of Shiloh. Balaam speaks of one in the distant future who would be the star out of Jacob and the scepter out of Israel. The Lord spoke to David concerning the establishment of an everlasting throne and kingdom which would come from him. And then the Psalms open up revelations time and time again of one, a human being who would be the fulfillment of all of the promises which had been made. Page after page of the Psalms introduce new insights about him. Quite often, these could only be fully understood after his coming, but many were known to be messianic all along. There's enough to know that he is coming, but not enough to be definitive about who he would be, when he would come, and so on. But the overall and most evident aspect about him is that he would be a man. Unto us a child is born. Humanity would clothe him, and his garments would not be unlike our own. And of course, the prophets also chimed in time and again concerning this exceptional man to come. Micah even fills the information that Isaiah leaves out concerning the birth of this anticipated child. He says, "But you, Bethlehem Ephratah, though you are little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of you shall come forth to me the one to be ruler in Israel." Bethlehem is a place. It is a part of creation. It is a fixed and it is a definite spot. But it is not just a location, like a lake or a mountain. And it is not a spot for particular animals. For example, in the Bible, there is a place called En Gedi. That means fountain of a goat. It then speaks of a place where goats are seen, and obviously water is coming out of the ground. Bethlehem is a place of people. It is a city inhabited by human beings. The implication is that the anticipated ruler would be a human being as well. 1 + 1 = 2. Nobody who reads those words from Micah would think otherwise. If he comes from a created place, and if he comes from the created people of that place, then he is a human being. This person would be from the city of Bethlehem, and he would be from the tribe of Judah. Judah descends from Jacob. Jacob descends from Isaac. Isaac descends from Abraham. From there, the genealogies, which have been carefully recorded, go right back up to Adam. Do you see how logical and orderly it all is? Human beings beget human beings, and therefore this will be a man who comes from human beings. The male line is carefully recorded for us to see this. If there is more to this man than meets the eye, it does not negate that he will be a man descended from humanity. So obvious was the prophecy concerning this coming one in Micah that when Herod the king heard the news that the king of the Jews had been born, he went to the chief priests and scribes and asked where he was to be born, this Christ, this Messiah. Their answer was clear and it was precise. They simply cited Micah and told him that it would be in Bethlehem. A human being from a city of human beings had been prophesied to come and to rule. We could go on and on with prophecy after prophecy clearly demonstrating that the Messiah would come into the stream of humanity as a human being begotten from human beings. To state otherwise would not only violate every aspect of Scripture from Genesis to Matthew and then beyond it, it would deny the very purpose of the sacrificial system of Israel, which anticipated in the minutest detail the need of blood atonement of a like kind of being. Now that isn't perfectly obvious until the book of Hebrews in the New Testament, but it is as clear as can be when it is detailed there. Based on this, to state that this coming Messiah is either not a human being or that he did not come through the line of humanity from Adam, Seth, Enosh, Canaan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, and then later through Abraham by Sarah, Lot by both of his daughters, Isaac, Jacob, Judah via his daughter Tamar, Boaz through his mother Rahab the harlot, David through his wife Bathsheba, and so on down the line. Yes, from all of these and so many others faithfully recorded in Scripture, to state that he did not come through them, then You are not just dealing with faulty doctrine, you are dealing with heresy. It is a fundamental denial of the genealogical humanity of the coming Messiah.